the market appears to be losing ground both on turnover grounds as well as in volumes, really. What's happening at the Dar Stock Exchange?
Hi, morning, Larry. Activity in the market, as you say, we saw it improving last week, where over 4 million shares worth about 1 billion Tanzanian shillings transacted on the counter. And this was relatively high compared to the week before, where around 460 shares transacted, valued at around 220 million. However, they were mainly supported by the foreign investors, and this was mainly on the support of TBL and CRDB, and these were backed by both fundamental strength and also speculative activities on those two counters.
All right, last week appeared to have closed well, but yesterday, first, we had absolutely no foreign investor participation. Are they losing interest? And most of the indices were flat. The DSIE was flat, as well as the TSI, really.
When we talk about indices, this is more on the calculation, where here at the Dar es Salaam Stock Exchange, when transaction takes place and they are block transaction, and block here we mean over 100 Tanzanian shillings, they will not be reflected either on the average prices and also in indices. Last week, for example, we saw East African portfolio investors coming to support TBL, and they paid a premium of around 7% compared to the existing market price. But since this was a block transaction, that premium was not reflected in either the average price or the index. So that's why you see indices remained flat, because it's more on the retail transaction that goes into the computation of that index. And also on CRDB, where we saw foreign coming to support the count as well, though it was at the prices of around 110, 117, but still, since these were block transactions, were not reflected on the index.
Fair enough, Moremi. Talk to me about the DCB rights issue which opened yesterday. How do you see this performing?
We are positive about it. DCB intends to raise about 11 billion Tanzanian shillings on the sale of around 44.7 million shares, which opened yesterday, as you say, and it's been deeply discounted. The rights issue goes for around Tanzanian shillings 880, while the market price is currently at 620, so that is a 40% discount on that counter. And that is a good buy. Therefore, we anticipate full uptake on that rights issue, especially on the cheap bargain. Last quarter, the counter didn't perform well in terms of its fundamentals, but still at this price that the rights issue goes by, it's a good buy, and we see some investors coming to buy it already. And it will open for about 3 weeks, but we have started to see some good number of people coming to buy at that price.
Fine. All right, I was going to ask very quickly, finally, Moremi, about whether the shilling so far stable, but expected to weaken slightly, especially because of demand from both the oil and manufacturing sectors. In just 30 seconds or less, what are your thoughts about the Tanzanian shilling?
We anticipate to see, we have seen the shilling strengthen since beginning of year up to this moment, and for this week especially, we might see it strengthening more because of the quarterly obligations, which are paid around this week of the month after the close of quarter last quarter. So we anticipate more shilling demand, and that will strengthen the shilling relative to the dollar. And we have been seeing that, but this will be more reflected this week because of those parameters.